Hey guys, this is a tier list for patch 7.22 from a Diamond 5 player perspective. My OPGG will be in a description. Go through every champion while you play him. Cho'Gath is probably the best jungler actually right now. Jarvan being second. Cho'Gath, I don't know why Cho'Gath can be the biggest tank in the game. Have brilliant CC on all his abilities, knock up, silence, slow, and then he can also one shot your carry with his R. That's fucking broken. Flash R, you can basically make the team fight instantly into a 4v5 and win the game easy. Jarvan, like Jarvan because if you get ahead, you can snowball early with the damage build, and you can one shot anybody on their team, or you can go tank if you're not ahead or going even. Maokai really obnoxious in team fights due to his passive. He is really good. His all of his shit is CC, so he's just so obnoxious in fucking team fights. Galio Jungle I still think is really good. His ult is basically like guaranteed. You like either they're gonna have to flash or they're fucking dead basically. Um, his E and W also give him. I mean, you can just fuck somebody in lane with him. Rek'Sai, I was debating putting her S plus. She's really good ganks and she's good damage. You can go damage or tank with her like Jarvan, but I don't think she's as good as Jarvan. Lee Sin, really, you gotta snowball with Lee Sin. If you're not snowballing your kickbot after level 12. Khan, I really do like Khan. I think Darkin is the best. With Darkin, Khan can live in a fight for so long due to the ult giving him so much life after it. Uh, and with the buff to Khan, the decent buffs to Khan too. I think he's gonna make him a way better pick. I wouldn't go Shadow Assassin unless you're like 4-0, fucking like 10 minutes in. Then you could one shot the enemy team. Warwick's really good at getting early objectives. Um, he can dragon at like level 3 or 4, something like that. Fucking insane. And he is good. He's a good gangster as all. Sejuani, she was S plus tier for me, but then she got nerfed. She did receive some buffs, but I still don't think that's enough to like propel her into the meta or whatever. I still think she's a good pick though. Like she's got a shit ton of CC. Her ult's so obnoxious, pretty hard to dodge. Zenzel, we're getting into Zenzel. Zenzel's more of a snowball type jungler than Jarvan is. He's pretty obnoxious too if he does get ahead. His ganks are you have to flash or he will knock you up and most likely get the kill. He's really good damage. Gragas would be S tier, but he's been getting nerfed steadily for several patches. And also the fact that the buffs to him this patch were not enough, so I would say bring him to the A plus tier. Uh, with your EQ, you have good damage with your ganks and good stun. You have a good stun. Your R gives you like that playmaking ability. You can turn the tide of a team fight into your favor with Gragas. Twitch jungle is extremely oppressive. There's not really many ways to counter it even with wards if you are a competent Twitch player. Um, his ganks are just I mean his ganks are pretty fucking good. You basically make somebody have to recall and give your laner, pressure and dominance over their lane. Mumu has really good ult. I think Mumu like in gold is basically one of the most popular champions just due to like how easy it is to play, but also the rewards he reaps for your team with all of his CC. Evelyn, Evelyn I made this tier list before some of the buffs I saw. So Evelyn is probably fucking A plus or S tier now due to the change to her passive, which I think is big. Evelyn, like kind of like Twitch, there's no like counterplay after she gets level 6. And her R is basically an execute, so below 30% health. Zac is still obnoxious as ever, just can't mid. Get your mid laner ahead. Leash with the buff starter, she had some decent buffs. Really helps her early game. That's what you got to snowballs at least early game. You fall off later game. Hecarim had some decent buffs to him. I just don't think Hecarim's he doesn't have like that playmaking ability and he can't even like snowball that hard unless you get really ahead. So Nidalee, I may put her A plus. I was kind of teetering on the edge. She did receive some decent buffs to her though. You can go for like the snowball or like the Hillis, the like priest, I guess, priestess shit you go. I've seen both of those builds. Graves did receive some decent buffs this patch. He's really good for snowballing. That's really all he's good for. Same with Rengar. He's really good for making a fight an instant 4v5. You can instantly one shot the carry, mid or ADC, easy. Wukong's better at lower MR because people tend to bunch up a lot more, so its ult can get a 5-man knockup real easy. Um, Jax, I just don't think Jax is a good jungler in my opinion. Now while he does have decent ganks with stun and whatnot, I just don't think he's there's way better picks is what I'm saying. Mundo, you pick him into full MR matchups. GG, well played. Ornn jungle, if you play that, go kill yourself. It's pretty bad honestly. Ornn ganks are not that good. Shin jungle is pretty fucking dirty. You basically, if you now you have to keep eyes on your bot lane a lot. So you gotta have like, you gotta be a competent player to play this. But you can basically win bot lane almost every game if you just once you get level 6, if they go in on your bot lane, it's just a 2v2. Even if it's 3v3, you can turn it around with his shield from his ult. Vi has really obnoxious gank, especially at level 6. There's no escape from her ult. Rammus, pick him in the full AD comps. Shyvana, you're going to want to be getting the dragons, or your passive is worthless. That's why she A minus. If you don't get dragons, she doesn't have passive. Basically, what I'm saying. Kha'Zix is basically a snowball champ like Rengar. Uh, Fiddlesticks, I think Fiddlesticks jungle is good. Only if you get ahead, and it's also better at lower MMR due to people not knowing how to play around it. Nocturne's really good because um, the blackout with his ult, and you can easily gank a lane and one shot somebody. He also has that spill shield. Shaco jungle, kind of like Twitch and Evelyn. There's no real counterplay. If you're a Shaco jungle, you can just kind of come in there and fuck somebody raw dog with his Jackson boxes. Pantheon jungle. The reason Pantheon jungle is that B is due to the fact that Pantheon jungle is not that good. You have to get pretty close range to do his W. It's better at lower MMR. Lower MMR, it's actually probably really good. Echo jungle, I've only seen it one time and it did lose. Um, would he win his Cinder Hulk? I think Echo Jungle's good, but there's just so many better choices you can pick. TF Jungle, that's actually pretty dirty. I would put it at A plus, but it really just depends on the player playing them if they're confident or not. You can get your lane so ahead with his ult. Pretty fucking obnoxious. Like you can just be everywhere. You can go gank bot, be mid the next second. So it really does help in lower MMR. You can get your lanes ahead. Volibear Jungle, if you play this, kill yourself. Master Yi is really good. He's just basically a snowball. If you snowball, if you get like 4 kills, it's over. You just won the game. Like, and if the game lasts real long, you can instant. Like I've seen a game where a Yi goes 0-8 and then it's 40 minutes and he just kills their whole team. So good times. ODR jungle. People are probably saying why did I put ODR jungle at B? Just due to the fact that 1 inch of CC, you're worthless to your team. New, you win the game based on if there's an Infernal Drake or not. You basically just like rely on getting Drakes, and that being enough for your team. Olaf jungle kind of got a snowball. He's his R like see the fact that he can't be CC'd, he's like a better version of UDR in my opinion. He just doesn't have really any stun though. Ezreal jungle. Reason Ezreal jungle is that B, I'm probably going to get some shit for this, is because Ezreal jungle is only good if you snowball. It's not like Jarvan where if you don't snowball, you can build tank. If you don't snowball, you are fucking worthless. Urgot jungle, Urgot has pretty shit ganks, so I would not play Urgot jungle. I've seen it a few times though. Uh, that's it for this patch 7.20 tier list for jungle. Thanks for watching this from the perspective of a Diamond 5 player. My OPGG is in the link below.